Chapter 7, Periodic Classification of Elements. In class 9, we have learned that a matter around us is present in the form of element. In the form of element, we can see that matter are present, compounds and mixture, and the elements contain atoms of only one type. In the element, we can see that it should be there. What? Atoms should be of a equal size. In which we can say we have already studied that matter around us is totally present in form of whom? In the form of element, compounds and mixture. So elements, compound and mixture are prepared, or a present. Matter which are there, that is present in elements, compounds and mixture. Do you know how many elements are known till date? At present, 118 elements are known to us. How many? 118 elements are known. All these have a different property. All of them have a different properties. Out of these 180, only 94 are naturally occurring. So naturally occurring element is only how many? 94. Out of 118. As different elements were being discovered, scientists gathered more and more information about the properties of this element. They found it difficult to organize all that was known about the element. They are not properly informed. They are not getting a proper amount of information regarding the different properties of an element. So then also they are continuously working on it. So they started looking for the some pattern in their property, on the basis of which they could study such a large number of element with easy. Easily what? They have taken basic properties, patterns in the properties, due to which they are trying to find out that property as well as many other thing. So it is easy by classifying a particular element by their property. So they are doing that only. They are working to distribute a such element on the basis of their properties and patterns. Now making order out of chaos, earlier attempt at the classification of elements, we have been learning how a various thing or a living beings can be classified on the basis of their property. On the basis of their property, how they can be distributed or divided or classified. Even in other situations, we come across an instance of an organization based on some property. For example, in a shop, shops are kept together at a one place while a biscuit are kept together as well. In the shop also, we are seeing what the shops are kept together in a one place, whereas biscuit are totally placed far away from them. Even among soap, bathing soap are staged separately from the washing soap. And if we talk about in the soap also, there is a different place for both the stag soap, bathing soap and washing soap. They are placed totally far from each other, bathing soap and washing soap. Similarly, scientists made several attempts to classify elements according to their property, obtain an orderly arrangement out of chaos. They are trying to distribute or classify elements by their property. The earliest attempt to classify the element, they are just doing what? They are classifying element on the basis of their property. So separately group will be formed. okay, of a different element, okay, they are containing same property. Okay, so group will be formed of a such element which have a similar property with each other. Okay, so scientists have classified them in the form of group, okay, which contain a similar properties. The earliest attempt to classify the element result in the group then non-element as a metal and non-metal. Okay, first they have classified as a metal and non-metal. Later further classified were tried out as our knowledge element and their property increases. Okay, as the element and their property increases, okay, they are further classified. Okay, so first they have classified into metal and non-metal, then they are classified in the form of property, they increases, okay, increase in their properties. Dependent rate, okay, in year 1817 John Wolfgang Debrenian, a German chemist, tried to arrange the element with a similar property into a group. Okay, they have tried what? Okay, they have tried to arrange an element in this element having what? Okay, similar property into whom? Okay, into a group. Okay, so here in this you can see that the element which contain a similar property, they are placed in a group, okay, in a single group. Okay, so from this you can see that the element which have a similar property, they are placed in a single group. He identified some group having a 3 element each. Okay, so he called this group as a trait. Okay, what? Okay, he identified that some of the group have what? Okay, 3 element. Okay, having only what? Okay, they are having a 3 element. So it is said to be trait. Means 3. Okay, Dependent saw that when a 3 element in a trait were written in the order of increasing atomic mass, the atomic mass of a middle element was roughly the average of atomic mass of the other two elements. Okay, in this you are saying that what? Okay, in the trait, okay, elements are written in the order of increasing atomic mass. Okay, in which they are saying that atomic mass of an element who have a highest atomic mass element should be written last. Okay, lowest element should be written first, and the middle one should be written in a middle. Okay, so in this they are saying that on the basis of increasing atomic mass they are arranged. Okay, so this way you can see that, and if the addition of a or a average is taken of a first and last, okay, then the answer will be what? Okay, middle atomic mass. Okay, so the mass of a middle will what? Okay, roughly the average of what? The atomic mass of a other two, which is first and last. Okay, in which you can see in the table 5.1 you can see easily. Okay, roughly, okay, roughly the mass of a middle one, not the exact, but roughly it will be equal. For example, take a trait consisting of a lithium, sodium and potassium with respective atomic mass 6.9, 23 and 39. What is the average of atomic mass of a lithium and K? How does this compare with the atomic mass of Na? Okay, given below. Okay, here you can see these elements are arranged downward in order of increasing atomic mass. Okay, which you can see. Okay, so in group A you can see N, P and AS. Okay, so this way he has taken, okay, in which they what he has done, okay, he has done that atomic mass of a first and last element in a group, okay, atomic mass or a average of a atomic mass of a first and last, okay, will be what? Okay, it will be the mass of atomic mass of a middle one. Okay, so Newton's law of octaves. Okay. Now the next is Newton's law of octaves. The atom of a Debye encourage other chemists to correlate the properties of element with the atomic mass. Okay, so the atom which Debye has taken, okay, that has encouraged what? Okay, that has encouraged different scientists, okay, or a chemist, okay, different chemists to correlate the properties of an element, correlate the property of element, okay, with the base of whom? Okay, with the base of atomic mass. On the basis of atomic mass, chemist has correlated a different element, okay. In 1866, John Newton, an English scientist, arranged the known element in the order of increasing atomic mass. On the basis of increasing atomic mass, they have started with the element having the lowest atomic mass, which is said to be hydrogen, and ended at a thorium, which is 56 element. Okay, which is 56 element. He found that every 18 element had a property similar to that of the first. Okay, similarity he has seen that what? Okay, every 18 element had a property similar to the that of the first, okay, first element. Okay, so after 18 element, a next element will be what? Okay, it will be having a same property which first have. So he compared this to be an octave found in music. Okay, therefore he called it as a law of octave. Okay, what? Okay, he has said as a law of octave. Why law of octave? Because he compared this with the octaves, okay, which is found in the music. In music also we can see that octaves is there. Okay, octaves means what? Okay, you will see that sa re ga ma pa. Okay, that is known as a octave. Okay, which are seen in the music. Okay, so this is similar to that only. So he has given as a law of octaves, and it is known as what? The Newton law of octaves. Okay, so it is said to be what? The Newton's law of octaves. In Newland's octave, the property of a lithium and sodium were found to be same. What? Okay, lithium and sodium property is what? Okay, it is same. Sodium is the 18th element after lithium. Okay. Similarly, barium and magnesium resemble each other. Okay. So here you can see that after every 18 element, a element contain a same property with a element which are before 18. Okay, so here you can see that a element having a property same after 18th element. A part of a original form of Newton octave is given in table 5.3. Okay, in 5.3 you can see Sa means what? Okay, hydrogen, fluorine, chlorine, etc. Okay, in this you can see that different elements are there. Okay, so these are said to be Newton's octave. Notes of a music sa re ga ma pa da ni. Okay, which you can see. Okay, notes of a music. Okay, below that you can see a different element. which are having some of the correlated properties. It was found that the law of octaves was applicable only up to calcium. What he has seen, that law of octave is only applicable to up to what? Okay, up to calcium. As after calcium, every 18th element did not possess a property similar to that of the first. Okay, what? Okay, after calcium, he has seen that 18th element did not possess a property similar to that of the first one. Okay, so it is not similar with the first one. Okay, he has seen. Okay, so it is only applicable to what? Okay, up to calcium. Okay, so here we can see that this law did not work. Okay, so it was assumed that Newton's that only 56 elements exist in nature and no more element will be discovered in future. Okay, so Newton think that only how many? 56 elements is there or exist in the nature. Okay, other elements do not have existence in the future also. Okay, so but later on several new elements were discovered whose property did not fit into the law of octave. Some of the element has discovered. Okay, after several time new elements is discovered, but it is not fit in the laws of octave. Okay, so in order to fit element into a table, Newtons adjust a two element in the same slot. Okay, so for adjusting them, okay, Newton says what? Okay, adjusted two elements in a one slot. In a one slot, okay, which we have already seen in a table, that in a one place you can see that two elements were present. Okay, so in a one slot, two elements are placed, but also put some unlike element under the same nodes. Okay, but some of them are such that they are not matching with other element. Okay, and can we find example of this? Okay, which we are seeing in table 5.3. Nodes that cobalt and nickel are in the same slot. Okay, which you can see that cobalt and nickel are in the same slot, and these are placed in the same column in as fluorine, chlorine, and bromine, which have very different property than this element. Okay, in which we have seen that fluorine, chlorine, and bromine, okay, which are having a totally different property with whom to be cobalt and nickel, but they are placed in the similar form or the same column, okay, which are not set with their properties, which have a different property than these elements. So iron which resemble a cobalt and nickel in property. Okay, iron which are resembling what? Resembling means what? Okay, they are same property. Resemble means what? Okay, they are having a resemble. Okay, they are having same, okay, property with a cobalt and nickel has been placed far away from this element. So in this table also we can see that iron which are having a similar property, okay, similar property with the cobalt and nickel, it should be placed in the same group on a slot. Then also you can see that it is placed far away from the similar element. With this discovery of a new gas, with the discovery of what? Okay, noble gas, with the discovery of a noble gas, the law of octave become irrelevant. Okay, what? Okay, totally destroyed. Okay, they are not having a same existence. Okay, they are not having an existence. Why? Okay, with the discovery of noble gas, okay, law of octave get destroyed. Destroyed means what? Okay, they are not having a existence in nature. Thus, Newton's law of octave work well with the lighter element only. Okay, so from this, it is given that what? Okay, Newton's law of octave is only applicable to a lighter element. Means lighter elements means what? Okay, smaller elements. Okay, which having a atomic mass less. Okay, it is only applicable to a lighter elements which are smaller elements. Making an order out of Chow Mendel's periodic table. Even after rejection of a Newton's law of octaves, many scientists continue to search for the pattern that correlate the property element with their atomic mass. Okay, many of us scientists has worked in it. Okay, which are having a element having a similar property. Okay, with with, with the atomic mass. Which property? With the atomic mass. Okay, so many scientists has worked in it. Okay, these two ways they should invent a new element as well as a table should be formed. The main credit for the classifying element goes to Dmitry Ivanovich Mendeleev, a Russian chemist. He was the most important contribution to the earlier development of a periodic table of an element wherein the elements were arranged on the basis of their fundamental property, the atomic mass, and also on the similarity of a chemical property. Okay, he is the one of the scientists, okay, which has made a periodic table, okay, on the basis of okay, on the basis of fundamental properties and atomic mass as well as similar chemical properties. Okay, so he has made a search table in which you will see that fundamental property are same. Okay, they are matching that fundamental property, atomic mass and chemical property. Okay, the element which are having a similar fundamental properties, atomic mass and chemical property, they are placed in the group. When Mendeleev started his work, 63 elements were known. How many elements were known? Okay, 63 elements were known. He examined the relationship between the atomic mass of an element and their physical and chemical property. Okay, what he has done? Okay, he has examined a relationship between what? Okay, atomic mass of an element and their physical and chemical property, and on basis of that he has formed a table. Okay, and among chemical property, Mendeleev concentrated on the compound formed by the element with the oxygen and hydrogen. And further on, what he has seen that which compound will be formed if a element is reacted with okay, with the oxygen and hydrogen. On basis of that also he has made a table. Okay, so this way Mendeleev has one. He selected hydrogen and oxygen as they are very reactive and form a compound with most elements. Okay, which we are saying that hydrogen and oxygen will form what? Okay, will easily form a compound with any element. Okay, so a element which having a reactivity with a hydrogen oxygen, and which compound will be formed on basis of that property Mendeleev has worked further on. The formula of a hydrate and oxide formed by an element were treated as one of the basic property of an element for its classification. What? Okay, he has seen a formula. Okay, during the reaction of an element. Okay, whichever element is taken when it is react with what? The hydrogen and oxygen. Okay, which we said as hydrate and oxide. Which hydrate and oxide is found? Okay, that is taken as what? Okay, basic property. Okay, that is the important property for what? Okay, for classifying an element into a different group. Okay, so he has taken, it is the important property what? Okay, which oxide and which hydride a element is forming, that is taken as a basic and important property. Okay, for what? For classification. He then took a 63 cards, and on each card he wrote down the property of one element. Okay, what? Okay, he has taken 63 card and written all property. Okay, one by one. He sought out the element with a similar property and pinned the card together on the wall. He observed that most of the elements got a place in a periodic table and were arranged in the order of their increasing atomic mass. Okay, what? Okay, he has seen that most of them are what? Okay, are placed in the periodic table and they are mostly what? Okay, increasing atomic mass. It was also observed that there occur a periodic recurrence an element with the similar physical and chemical property. Okay, they are having what? Okay, physical and chemical property on the basis of Mendeleev formula periodic law, which state that the property of an element are the periodic function of their atomic mass. Property is what? So the property of the element is one of the periodic function of atomic mass. Okay, atomic mass play important role. Okay, Mendeleev periodic table contain vertical column which we say it is a group and horizontal row which we say it is a period. Okay, which we will see in table 5.4. Okay, so once again what? Okay, in a periodic table vertical column which is there is said to be what? Okay, it is said to be a group and horizontal row which is said to be a period.